Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the CHS Weekly Report. I'm Mrs. Peterson, and today my guests are students who are part of the Building and Trades program here at CHS. Thanks for being here today. Can you first introduce yourselves and tell us what grade you're in?
Hi, my name is Logan, and I'm a senior in high school.
My name is Gavin Kentowski. I'm a senior in high school.
My name is Alyssa Olson, and I'm a junior in high school.
My name's Austin. I'm a junior in high school.
Okay, for the seniors, what are your plans when you graduate?
My plans when I graduate is to move out to Tennessee and continue my building trades in a company out there.
I'm going to stay with my parents for the 4 years of my apprenticeship, and then I'm going to buy property and stay with construction for the next 30 years and retire.
What would be the specific apprenticeship for that?
Carpenters Union, 1485.
Awesome. So can you guys all tell us why you decided to enroll in our Building and Trades program?
Why I decided to do it, it's at peace for me. It's where I find my happiness and joy at.
My dad's a carpenter, so I also like working with my hands.
Those are both great reasons. It's cool.
My dad's an electrician in Chicago, and I've always known a little bit about that, but I wanted to know more about the broad aspect of it.
Awesome.
Well, my dad knows how to build everything around the house, so I just wanted to learn and be able to do that when I'm older.
How much time do you guys spend during the school year working on the job site?
Working on the job site during the year, I spend the majority of my time working. It may not be on a construction site, but I love helping my dad and build things in my spare time.
We spend more time on a job site rather than book work in that class.
And is that, I'm assuming, what part of the appeal?
Well, I don't really learn in book work, so that's why I'm in this class.
That's great.
So I learn with my hands.
Yeah, it's a very hands-on class. I would say it's definitely 70% on job working and then 30% book work.
Perfect. How much in-class learning is there? So you were kind of mentioning that 30%. Can you guys we'll start with you. Can you give us a little bit more detail about that one?
There's a little some safety things you have to do and learn about before you can start everything, but most of it's kind of you learn as you go.
So you do all that to begin with, and then you're not spending that much time in the classroom?
Yeah, kind of.
Tell us a little bit about the project that you guys just completed.
The project we just completed was a house that we just built. We built it for one of our workers, and he ended up staying with it. His name is Stevie, and he actually helped paint the house, and we built it from ground up.
Where is it located?
On Tower Street in Crocker.
You want to tell us any more about the house?
We just, the first years of this year, we just came in and we just got to finish up painting and everything, so we got to see what it was like after, but now we're starting our house from the ground up.
Okay, and is that cycle continued then?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what can you tell us now about this next upcoming project?
So the house we're working on right now, we just got done with all the siding and whatnot, and I'm pretty sure we're waiting on some inspections right now before we can continue with the plumbing and drywall and whatnot.
What have you guys learned about the inspection process? Anything?
It takes time.
It's a very long and extenuous process.
And how many are involved?
In the class?
How many different inspections are involved with
the
house?
Well, you have everything from inspection of the ground before you pour your concrete to putting your roof on when you're framing. So then plumbing, electrical, you have an inspection for everything, really.
Yeah, I just think that's something a lot of people don't think about and take for granted, but you guys are dealing with it on a daily basis right now. What skills have you learned as a part of the Building and Trades program? What
tools to use and how to use them and to be safe with them.
Give me a new tool that you learned.
Table saw.
Oh, awesome.
I really learned more about framing a house and exactly how everything would go interior-wise, interior systems and all that.
Let's say I just learned how to build cabinets and drawers, so we're working on that right now for our house.
Good for you.
I've learned a lot about the framing. When we started the house, I learned a lot about that.
Great. So tell us a little bit about who heads up the Building and Trades program.
Our teacher is Kevin Ortiz. He runs the Building Trades program. He has his friend, Tom Lewandowski. His son, Brian, is who we were building the houses for. And Mr. O is kind of stand-up guy. He'll tell you kind of what he wants to see, and he'll really make you work to prove it.
And what kind of experience has he brought to the program?
He's brought really great experience. He's a very good teacher, and what he does, he wants you to learn. So he's a very interactive person. He'll get up with you and show you what to do and help you.
Is there anyone else you just mentioned involved with these classes who make it possible? So who else is involved with the entire program? We talked about the 2 guys you're building for.
Yes.
Can you give us a little more information about them?
I don't know much about Tom. That's Brian's dad. But Brian, we've been building houses for. I worked with him a little bit on the side last year. And he's been building houses in Sand Creek. He had a place in Bremen he was working on and some other places like that. He does a lot of homes and that kind of thing. He built the 2 metal houses on Old Porter Road. I helped build the white one from everything from the concrete up to the roof.
That's awesome. Are there any other programs at the school involved?
No, but we do tours. We just did one at Ton and Blank. We do a bunch of outside stuff like that where we go tour and they show us how to do things.
Can you tell us how many students are involved in the program currently?
We have 18 in the PM class, and I believe they have a similar number in the AM class.
Okay, great. Do you receive college credit for completing the program?
Yes.
How many credits? Does anybody remember who that would be through?
Ivy Tech.
Ivy Tech.
There you go. Do you earn any specific certification upon completion of the Building and Trades program?
You earn an OSHA certification. I think it's OSHA 10. And that's just a safety protocol. It's a way to help your building trades.
It shows that you are safe on a job site and know how to use tools correctly.
And is
not
that something
injure
that you
yourself.
would show to a future employer then?
Yes.
Are there any other certifications?
I also know that if you take 2 years in the program, that you get straight into the Carpenters Union.
Oh, great. That's perfect. Who provides all the tools and the equipment that are needed to build a house?
The Duneland Building Trades, people, our whole class, gets, donations and stuff, so that's how we can get our tools.
Awesome. What are some of your favorite parts of the construction process? Let's just go in order. What do you like the most?
What do I like the most? I love pouring concrete. I love it. And I love doing siding. Siding is good. Framing's awesome. There's a multitude of things.
I liked, when I was working at Westchester Intermediate School, I liked doing the foundations for the building. The thing no one's going to see, but it holds everything up.
And it's something you can say you've always been a part of.
Yes.
That's great.
I like doing the siding on the outside of the house, and it's just the experience overall is really great.
I like all the framing, and most of it's just fun to do. It's fun to learn all of it, and it's all a good time.
So I'm curious about the siding because that came up 3 times. What is so exciting about doing the siding?
It's all different.
And it looks nice when you're done.
Oh, so that feeling of accomplishment once you've seen it?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's cool. What are you the most proud of that you've accomplished when you've built the house?
Getting to go past it and say, I built that.
Yeah. When you pass it with your family, being like, I'm helping build this. It's a nice feeling to have.
For sure. Would you encourage other students to look into this program, and if so, why?
100% yes, because it gets your mind off of school. It's an outside thing. It gets you interactive in what you're doing and takes your mind to a different place.
I feel like students should take this class, but just really students that learn with their hands, because otherwise you get too many kids in the class and then you have kids that don't do anything.
I say everyone should take this class because at least it gives you a little knowledge of how to do the construction area, even if you don't want to know.
I think it's a good way for people to learn that college isn't the only route that you have to go, that there's other options.
I completely agree. It's a great point. Is there anything else that you guys would like to tell listeners about the Building and Trade program at CHS that we haven't already touched on?
All around, it's just a great thing to do.
100%
It's a lot of fun, and you learn a lot.
Teacher's fantastic, really down to earth, so it's an awesome class.
Fantastic. This is going to wrap up things for this week's edition of the CHS Weekly Report. I would like to thank the students from the CHS Building and Trades program for coming in today. This has been a great day, and this is Mrs. Peterson signing off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. It's awesome.